going to be modifying some of the electronics in the Chinese made 12-volt ride-on car that I purchased for my boy. I have added some patch cables in here, but pretty much what you see here is how it came in the box, which is atrocious, but whatever. All this is loose. The control unit just screwed in with one screw. Tiny little speaker. The battery bracket was screwed in, but I have added some patch cables so I can move things around. Yeah, just terrible. But what can I expect for $200 from eBay? So I'm gonna move the control box from where it is located there. If you look over to the side of the car here, I have made two little holes. I've got another couple of screws that I can use to locate that there, so I'll disconnect all of the plugs and I will unscrew this. So that's all free and good. You have a look here, this is the lead that goes to the steering motor for the remote control. I've cut it off and I've added some length to this cable so it can reach over to this side here. I've also done the same with the cable that comes from the left front wheel motor, because it was quite short. I have added quite a few joins to the cables because I didn't have any connectors like this, but I'm sure that my soldering is much better than the poor 12-year-old Chinese kid who had to solder this at the factory. I did have a problem with the soldering on the joint for the motor up under there. It came off when I took the car out of the box, so I resoldered that. And I shall continue this video after I have set up what I need to set up. Thanks. Hey everybody, I am back after I have fixed up all the wiring and everything in this car. So I've run into this, just a random yellow wire that wasn't attached to anything, and I'll probably chop that off. The next thing I'm going to do, so I've taped the fuse here to the body because it was just flopping about. I've moved the control unit from this one bolt mount to this here, and it's now mounted and not moving. I have cable tied all this. The battery, of course, has not yet been mounted properly, so I've got to put the strap across the battery, which just sort of goes along here like that. That hole's going to be a right prick to get to, but anyway, I'll work it out. And then I'm going to either be getting an AGM battery of the same size but higher amp hours, or be putting another one of these batteries in parallel, so I've got a double runtime. So just this space here, that's why there's so much of a hole here and everything's stacked over this side. The other thing I'm doing is taking out this tiny little 8 ohm 2 watt speaker, and I will be putting a 2-channel amplifier in, and a tiny little 2-channel amplifier off eBay, and putting in some of my Pioneer TSD 1002R speakers. They've got a basalt fibre cone, or volcanic rock fibre cone, so I'll probably make a bracket up to set these both up here above that plastic, and they can just fire into the bottom of the bonnet. This little speaker here does have a hole underneath this. It's plastic sort of acting like a speaker box to amplify it and fire it out the bottom of the car, but it still sounds pretty terrible, just being a paper cone Chinese speaker. So when the Pioneers are in, it should sound much better. And then the last thing I'm going to do to it, depending on space in the footwell of the car, I might be installing a spare Blaupunkt radio I've got in the garage, just so he can have a proper stereo in here and some real good sound quality. I'll probably just mount this up under here. He's only 2, so he doesn't need all of the leg space, but at the moment the stock radio is pretty rubbish. So I bought the car, it was advertised with an FM radio and a USB port, which it doesn't have, but anyway, what can you expect for $250, as I said before? Thanks a lot. I shall update everybody when I've got the speakers installed. Thanks for watching, bye.